So let's talk about image sizes and what will work and what won't work for print. This is going to get a little nitty gritty, but stick with me. It's something that's very important so you don't end up printing something out and it looking really, really blurry. So in order to see how big an image is, you go to Image, Image Size. So I'm going to go here, and we can see that this image is 14 inches by 10 inches. Or is it? What tells us how big an image really is, how much information is actually in this image, is how many pixels it has. So this image is 2,500, give or take, pixels across by 1,900 pixels high. What does that mean? That means that if we were to print this out at 300 pixels per inch, and that, by the way, is the standard, pixels per inch, 300 DPI, 300 dots per inch is what most printers send things at. Let's see, 300 divided by 2,500, I swear I can do math, is 8. So that would be 8 inches right there. So does that make sense? Because it's 300 pixels per inch and we have 2,500 pixels, we can do 8 inches and then it's 1,900 pixels high. So 300 into 1,900, that's 6.5, give or take. And so we can do this 8 by 6 at 300 pixels per inch. And that's how much we need for it to be in the printer. So how many pixels it is what tells us how much information we have. But it says 14 by 10 down here. What's up with that? The reason for that is we can do 14 inches by 10 inches if each inch only has 180 pixels inside of them. So let me actually reshift how these are. I'm going to uncheck resample image right here. And I'm going to give it a resolution of 300. And now it's showing me exactly what I predicted because, I knew the math of how this works. At 300 pixels, so by unchecking resample image, it means that it's not going to actually resample, it's not going to actually resize the image. It's still going to be the same number of pixels across and the same number of pixels high. Only it will shift how many pixels are in each inch. So at 300 pixels per inch, standard for printing, we can print it at 8 inches by 6 inches. Alternatively, if we do it at 72 pixels per inch, which is standard for screens, and that's actually changed since the Retina display with the iPad and the iPhone, but 72 used to be the standard, we can do it at 36 by 27. I forget exactly what the Retina display is. I want to say it's something like 155. Feel free to correct me on that. I don't feel like doing my research. That would allow me to do it at 16 by 12 right there. So it's the same information right there. We have 2,500 by 1,900 pixels. That's how you need to think about the image. All of this is telling us what size we can print it at, what size we can publish it to the web at. So that's what you need to know as far as image size is concerned and telling you, do you have the quality to send it to the printer and for it still to look good? Let me actually bring in one other image. Let's say you have an image of cows that looks like this, which we do right now. And if you go into image size, instead of it being 2,000 by 1,500, let's say you got it from the internet. I'm going to resize this right here and make it so it's 500 by 375. If you want to resize an image, just go into image size, and you can resize it right here. And I'm going to press OK. And now I'm going to press Control-0 just so we can see it right there. And I'm going to go back into image size. Let's say you got a picture from the internet and it looks like this. If you go and try to print this, uncheck resample image, set it so there's 300 pixels per inch, you're not going to get a good quality over 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. And that's why you generally don't want to use images off of the internet for print documents, unless they're very high quality. Always give the photographers credit. Always give credit to who's doing it right there. So this image would not work for print. So I just wanted to be clear that if you go into image size, what matters is how many pixels it is across, and that tells you what size you can print it at. I hope that's clear. If it's not, please message me, and I'll do another video, and I'll explain it.